It's time now for a look at the latest in local news and the news 13 days and counting to the general election set for Tuesday, November the 8th. Early voting continues today and all this week and next week. Also this Saturday, you can vote from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. at the Hall Richardson Recreation Center, located at 644 North 4th Street. Time during the week is Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. This past Tuesday, 313 more votes cast, bringing Wayne County's total of early votes to 2,450. Once again, early voting today, Thursday and Friday and Saturday this week, and all next week as well. On Election Day, Tuesday, November 8th, polls will be open from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Locally, both candidates running for the District 4 County Commission seat set to join us this week on the world-famous Butch and Bob Show. Longtime incumbent James Boot Thomas in studio Thursday. His opponent Fred Anderson will join us in studio on Friday. Both men on the ballot in District 4 for that county commissioner seat. District 5 also on the ballot, with Jamie Hickox on the ballot, has opposition from writing candidate Jackie Hoyt. Statewide polls show Governor Kemp with a sizable lead heading towards November 8th. He'll be in Jessup Thursday at 12 noon at the Altamont Steak and Seafood Restaurant. Public invited to come meet and hear what the governor has to say about his re-election bid. Opposed once again by Democratic candidate Stacey Abrams, who has the support of former President Barack Obama and Oprah Winfrey. Both had made campaign stops in Atlanta with Abrams. U.S. Senate race continues to heat up. Incumbent Raphael Warnock opposed by Republican Herschel Walker. Recent TV ad has Walker's college coach, legendary Vince Dooley, endorsing Walker's candidacy for this U.S. Senate seat. All the races on the ballot, early voting setting record numbers in the state. As of Tuesday, Georgia passed 1 million voters who have already cast their ballots. Turnout this year is 55% higher at this point than it was back in the 2018 midterms. Republicans point to their new voting laws that they passed in the state legislature. As they repeatedly said, they would make it easier to vote, harder to cheat. Each day, the state of Georgia is setting record turnouts as there's a lot of interest in these key state races. One for the governor, the other for that U.S. Senate seat that can sway which party has the majority in Washington, D.C. Today, over at Mossy Pond in Patterson, Georgia, State Representative Stephen Meeks inviting the public to the annual Peanuts, Pies, and Politics. That event gets underway at 12 noon with a luncheon. Many of the Republican candidates running for office will be on hand, along with House Speaker David Ralston. Governor Kemp also expected to be on hand at Mossy Pond. Again, these politicians make their annual trip each year before heading down to Jacksonville for the Andrew Georgia Florida game. Once again, Peanuts, Pies, and Politics, hosted by State Representative Stephen Meeks today at Mossy Pond in Patterson, Georgia. Again, the public is invited to attend. We'll be back with more news after this word from our sponsor, other commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Wayne County Board of Education met yesterday for their monthly board meeting. At every meeting, the board receives a COVID update and update on the school's capital outlay projects. Good news on the COVID front, no positive cases reported at all with the Wayne County school system. Under capital outlay projects, Superintendent Sean Kelly updated the progress being made at James E. Bacon.
Over here at James E. Bacon, the pre-K, the annex, and the first half of building 2010, they are doing final painting and various touch-up and final trim work throughout that part of the building. In the second half of 2010, they're painting sheetrock walls, installing the flooring, putting in fixtures, and that is nearing completion, and the entire area is quickly catching up to the first half of the building. In the gym, drywall and trim work is ongoing in the front entry vestibule. Painters trimming the main portion of the gym and the locker rooms. HVAC is up and running. The electrician is finishing their rough ends for the locker rooms and the offices, and the fire alarm installation is nearing completion. In the new addition, the roofer will be installing the panels on the front entry canopy next week. Drywall is nearing completion in the admin area and ongoing in the cafeteria. The electrician is installing lights and devices throughout the admin area. The painter is priming the drywall throughout the admin area as well. So, moving right along.
We are projected, said on the radio.
Don't jinx us. We're very hopeful to be back in the building at the beginning of next semester. It's very, very hopeful.
And again, as Superintendent Kelly stated on Tuesday's Butch and Bob Show, the hope is that all students and faculty are under one roof at James E. Bacon after the Christmas and New Year's holiday break. Several recognitions at the board meeting last night. The Good as Gold recipients from Odom Elementary School. Certified staff counselor Lindsay Byrle, who's been an 11-year employee with the school system. Classified staff member recognized Jamie Brantley, a parapro at Odom for 10 years, and the student recognized was Madison Griffin. Also recognized Tuesday was the Melba Murphy Community Service Award. Mrs. Ellen Townsend for 58 years of service to students of Wayne County. She was recently surprised by staff and students at the Jessup Elementary Gym to celebrate her years as an educator in Wayne County. Again, 58 years of service as an educator here in Wayne County. 2 students also recognized for their commendable acts of bravery back on October 14th during that school bus accident. Both Luke Bailey and Michael Johnson were recognized by the Board of Education on Tuesday. The board also heard a report and met students who are on the Student Advisory Board, 40 students from the high school, 14 members on the Executive Board. Mrs. Harrison made the presentation to the board members. Personnel, always part of the agenda. Here's the personnel approved after an executive session. Certified recommendations: Brianna Lonsberry, Martha Ross Smith Elementary. Certified resignations: Jody Kirkland, Jessup Elementary. Erica Munez, Martha Ross Smith Elementary, and longtime educator and principal Mark Priester retiring from the central office at the end of December. Classified recommendations: Rosemary Guyton, Wayne County High School. John Mason, central office. Classified resignations: Henry Allen, Odom Elementary. Megan Elliott, Wayne County High School, and Billy Keller, maintenance. Classified termination: Heather McClellan, transportation. Again, let's look at your school board meeting from Tuesday. We'll be back with some final news notes after this word from our sponsor of the commercial messages, so please stay tuned. Final notes in the news: the pinking of the Jessup City Fountain is set for tomorrow at 11 a.m. at the fountain. Program begins inside the Jessup Train Depot Community Room. The representative from the city will welcome the crowd and introduce guest speaker Gwendolyn Lockley, a breast cancer survivor. Wayne Memorial Hospital's Joe Blizzard will provide closing comments for the inside portion of the program, and then those attending will move outside to the fountain, where a group photo will be taken, followed by a balloon release and the pinking of the fountain. Again, the public is always invited and encouraged to attend. That's tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. This Saturday, the Altamont River Fall Leaf Paddle is set. Again, it gets underway around 8:30 a.m. at Williamsburg Landing on Williamsburg Landing Road. It'll end at the Altamont Regional Park in Glenn County. This section of the river is noted for its undisturbed beauty, its history, which includes paddling by Fort Barrington near the site where it lost Altamont Ordonia was found in October 1765 by John and William Bartman. Registration for the event is $10. Registration forms and more information can be obtained at the Jessup Train Depot or from the Tourism Board website, waynetourism.com. You can register that morning. Paddlers should drop their canoes or kayaks at Williamsburg Landing before 7:30. Travel to Altamont Regional Park. Shuttle will carry paddlers from the takeout point back to Williamsburg and will leave Altamont Regional Park at 8 a.m. Paddlers are encouraged to use Aiken Road to access River Road when coming and going to and from Altamont Regional Park. It's a low river, so paddlers should be prepared for this. Altamont River Expeditions is the official outfitter for the paddle and can be reached at 912-294-3604. They should bring your canoes, kayaks, life jackets, sunscreen, and snacks. Enjoy a beautiful fall morning on the Altamont River this Saturday. They say you'll be in home in time for the kickoff of the Georgia-Florida game. The Southeast Georgia Turkey Trot is taking place November 12th at JC Stadium. Registration is open the day of the race at 7 a.m. with the race beginning at 8 a.m. Registration cost is $25 per person if payment is received by November 3rd. Cost is $30 after November 3rd and on the day of the race. Group team registration also available for groups of 10 runners at $20 per person. Teams must be prepaid by November 3rd to receive the discount, and team rosters must be mailed with payment to Wayne County High School. Registration forms printed from Wayne County School System's website. Participants can also register at active.com. Proceeds to the Wayne County High School's work-based learning program and donated food items will benefit the Good Samaritan Center. Reminder, the Altamont Women's Club annual Halloween parade set for Monday, October 31st at 5 p.m. The parade gets underway at the corner of Macon and Cherry Street, proceeds down Cherry to West Broad Street, will end at the parking lot beside Bodner Chiropractic. Prizes awarded for the categories of scariest, cutest, and most original. Also an adult prize and a group prize. Everyone receives a bag of candy. Again, the official hours for trick-or-treating in Jessup and Wayne County is 6 to 8 p.m. Monday night. And again, a reminder, Veterans Day Parade and Ceremony is going to take place Saturday, November 5th in downtown Jessup, with the parade getting underway at 10 a.m. If you'd like to participate or more information, contact Alexis at Banks Real Estate. That number is 912-559-2142. Again, 559-2142. All entries are welcome. The parade lineup will begin at 9 a.m. that day on West Broad Street. You do not have to be a veteran to be in the parade. You don't have to be from Wayne County. They're asking everyone to come participate in the Veterans Day Parade and Ceremony, again, Saturday, November 5th in downtown Jessup at 10 a.m. And that's going to do it for latest in local news. Sports comes your way in a few minutes. Bob Morganson, a great day.